Good evening and welcome to another evening of racing here at Global Racing League Xfinity Series. My name is Mike Lester for Global Racing Esports Network, and I know I just blew that intro because that's not the intro I normally do, so I do apologize. But hey, we're here and we're going to watch some good Xfinity racing at Pocono Speedway, and if it's anything like the race we had last Sunday, I should say yesterday because today's only Monday, we're in for a treat. We're gonna have an exciting race, and that race ended with a fuel mileage where the leader barely had enough just to get across the finish line. Second place had to coast across the start finish line when third and fourth battled all the way to the start finish line, crashing right at the end. Great race in the truck series. You can catch that replay of that race on PMN Network with Brian Britt and Zachary Gardner. All right. So we've got about a minute and a half left of practice. So far, currently on the leaderboard, I do believe, yes, it's Mike Hayes in that 99 Lazy Lizard Chevrolet with DJ Honeycutt, who was Sunday's winner in the truck series, the second fastest. New driver to the Xfinity series, David Bradford, coming in with a new team, got TCB Motorsports, led by the one and only Bobby Hamilton Jr. Cody Hager there, he was on the moment, just jumped right back into the pits there. But Cody Hager being a teammate to Bobby Hamilton and David Bradford, and there is one more gentleman that just joined the Xfinity League. I'm trying to catch his name and try to see out there. I think his name was Will Jones, but he's not currently being showed registered in the race. We got 28 seconds, so he's got a little bit of time to get in there. It looks like we're going to have 17 drivers out there on the track tonight, which is a pretty good number for these Xfinity teams. This Xfinity series is building up and getting bigger each and every day. Each and every week. And it looks like that's going to be the end of qualifying. We're going to move on to watch the qualifying. I think I just said that double, didn't I? I do. I'm sorry, guys. My mind is trying to do about 5 or 6 things at one time. So let's see. DJ Honeycutt's first one to come off pit road. Let's see if we can pick up. Here we go. DJ Honeycutt coming off of pit road for his warm-up lap. Cody Hager as well is out there. Stephen Hayes and David Holsey trying to erase some of that bad luck that he's been having as of late. Running good for about 75% of the time, and they get caught up in something at the end. David Holsey just trying to get something working for him here in the Xfinity series. See David Holsey in that 57. Not quite sure what that he's supporting his Ronster Wrap sponsorship tonight. So far, nobody has put up a time yet. Nobody has completed their first lap. Let's go back down to, I think, DJ Honeycutt was the first one out. This is a 2.5 mile track. They call it the Tricky Triangle. So it's going to take us a little bit to get these qualifying laps in. And you don't have very much time to sit there in the pits. Now remember, these guys have 5 minutes to get 2 laps done. You can't be sitting in the pits too long if you think you're going to put a qualifying time down. Ooh, Stephen Hayes jumps to the top of the charts there. Cody Hager taking over second. Now third's going to David Halsey. Fourth is DJ Honeycutt. DJ now falls to fifth. William Brown jumps up to fourth. Stephen Hayes so far puts down the quickest time. You watch Stephen Hayes. Now David Bradford looks like with his second lap, or maybe he was a one and done kind of guy, but he puts up the fastest time so far. Let's see if Stephen Hayes can best David Bradford on his second lap. And he does. Stephen Hayes goes back up to the front. Cody Hager ends his in third so far. So far, Honeycutt in the fourth. Bobby Hamilton Jr. out there now. Driving that number 25 Little Caesars. Pizza. Jason Schilling with a pretty good first lap. Hits 6th place with his first lap. Try to better the second lap as we see Bobby Hamilton go across. Bobby Hamilton drops one to 6th place. Mike Hayes with his first lap jumps up to third. A little psychedelic Lazy Lizard car out there. Kind of reminds me of a Shane Posey back in the day for the Truck League. Jason Schilling finishing his second lap, going to qualify 7th. And Ricky Hudgens doing his best slow-mo impersonation. Ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't even tell you what that was. There you go. So far, everybody is out of the. Jason Schilling just sitting on the track there. All right, there we go. Checkered flag is out. So let's bring up the gridding for tonight's race. As we see, Stephen Hayes from Lazy Lizard gets the pole tonight. David Bradford comes in second for his Xfinity Series debut. Mike Hayes third, right behind his brother and Lazy Lizard teammate. Cody Hager right behind his TCB Motorsports partner right there. In fourth place, DJ Honeycutt fifth. Bobby Hamilton Jr. right behind both of his teammates in sixth. Jason Schilling in seventh. David Halsey in eighth. Ninth is going to go to William Brown. 10th is Dale Brooks. 11th is EJ Luna. 12th is going to go to Donnie Honeycutt. 13th is going to Jeff Weimer. 14th, Ricky Hudgens. 15th, Michael Thorpe. And 16th goes to Steve Gerber. Austin McGill is going to round us out in the tops for the 17th place. All right. So here in about 1 minute, these guys are going to get the commands to start your engines, and they're going to start moving down the pit road. So we got 17 cars out there on the grid here tonight. So hopefully we have a really good race. It was a really good truck race. We had about 26 trucks out there yesterday, so looking forward to having the same kind of excitement here tonight. Now we got about 35 laps on fuel, or 30 to 35 laps on fuel on those trucks yesterday. So these cars might have a little bit more of a fuel run, but so we'll keep an eye on that, especially if we get a long green flag, some long green flags. Right. Pace car is moving downfield. Mike Hayes is going to take us. Sorry, Stephen Hayes is going to take us around these pace laps. We'll ride in here with Stephen Hayes and trying to find the best camera angle. Yes, Mr. William Brown, we got your paint working the right way this week. It's beautiful, ain't it? All right, but now enough talking about William Brown. Let's go back up front. As you see, the 13th of Stephen Hayes and the 60 of David Bradford in those front two spots. Pace car down to pit road.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Stephen Hayes gets a big jump off of the 99. Bringing the 99, trying to bring the 99 with him underneath the 60. You see them all fanning out. Looks like trying to jockey for positions early in the race. As you see Stephen Hayes and Mike Hayes getting that first and second spot, with now DJ Honeycutt trying to get underneath David Bradford for third place. As you see Bobby Hamilton back there. David Bradford's going to hold on to third place over DJ Honeycutt. Cody Hager right there behind him in that 51. Bobby Hamilton Jr. sitting there in sixth place. David Halsey in seventh. Dale Brooks eighth. Jason Schilling and William Brown top out the top 10. Mike Hayes taking a big lead, or big pass on Stephen Hayes, taking over the lead. David Bradford coming up, trying to maybe take that second spot away from Stephen Hayes. As you see now, DJ Honeycutt and Cody Hager fighting for that fourth spot. David Bradford trying to put the pressure on that 13. As you see, for the most part, everybody's getting single file. Cody Hager once again looking on the inside of 15 of DJ Honeycutt. back a little further back in the pack. Michael Thorpe, points leader coming into tonight's race by 80 points, fighting against Donnie Honeycutt in that number 12 car. Donnie Honeycutt on that top side with the one of Austin McGill right behind teammate Michael Thorpe Jr. Good battling going on back here for 12th, 13th, and 14th. Donnie Honeycutt and Michael Thorpe door to door. Ricky Hudgens and Jeff Weimer back here as well. Back up front, Mike Hayes, Stephen Hayes, David Bradford, 1, 2, and 3. David Halsey looks like trying to make a pass on the 25 of Bobby Hamilton. Just gets other. Bobby Hamilton gives the crossover. See if he can make it stick going into what looks to be turn 3. And he's able to, I'm sorry, that was the tunnel turn. Bobby Hamilton gets back around David Halsey. As they come around turns 3, going to the back stretch, coming to the start-finish line, or the front stretch, I guess, sorry. You see the whole field right there in the same vicinity of each other, so nobody's out of this race quite yet. As you see the 60 looking on the inside of the 13. Can't make the pass and tucks right back into the 13. Does not want to let the 99 get away too much. Use that draft with each other. Looks like Cody Hager was able to get around the 15 of DJ Honeycutt for 4th place. Now he's going to go up there and try to help his teammate in the 60. Maybe he'll try to work with him and try to get past these Hayes boys. Dale Brooks and Dave Halsey getting back around the 25 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. Now these guys are going to have a comp caution at lap 15 in order to do a little bit of work on their car. If their car is a little fussy right now, they're going to get an option to come in and make some changes if they need to make some changes at lap 15. It's a new thing that Global has brought into their racing by popular demand in the boardroom, that give these guys opportunity to fix on their cars. Going to bring out a caution at lap 15. Looks like Donnie Honeycutt now getting passed by Jeff Weimer. Donnie Honeycutt falling some positions now, as he now you see EJ Luna coming around Ricky Hudgens. Steve Gerber bringing up the rear right here behind these guys. Ooh, Luna and Ricky Hudgens almost got together, stayed off of each other for the most part. Looked like Luna got a little tight coming around that tunnel turn, or that turn 1. New 2nd place driver David Bradford passes Mike Hayes Stephen Hayes. Now Cody Hager is putting some pressure on the 13th, as well as DJ Honeycutt trying to get up and get in that picture as well. Dale Brooks up 4 spots, gets around David Halsey for 6th place. And here comes Bobby Hamilton Jr. back once again. at the line on last time by. David Bradford was 1/10 quicker than our leader, Mike Hayes. Cody Hager now taking over the third spot away from Stephen Hayes. Stephen Hayes now under fire from DJ Honeycutt. Looks like Stephen Hayes had a short run car, but tends to find himself falling back now under pressure from Dale Brooks in that 32. As you see, the 60 of David Bradford is definitely putting the pressure on the 99. Now down to 0.3 seconds and falling. Now down to 0.2 coming off of the turns 3 going to the start finish line. Lap 11 in the books. Sorry, lap 10 in the books. Working on lap 11. Alicia Lyons sending out a big old shout out to the 32 of Dale Brooks Jr. saying, "Let's go, bud." Let's see how Bud's doing out there. Sitting there in 5th place, looking at the backside of DJ Honeycutt. Not too far, about a half a second behind him. As we look at DJ Honeycutt, and he's about a half a second behind Cody Harger. Stephen Hayes, our pole setter, all the way back to 8th position, now being passed by teammate Jason Schilling, who's back here in 8th spot. Give Stephen the 9th place now. There's now William Brown in that number 27. I don't like TV1. TV1 is not a good. Oh, so as we were looking at the backside here, David Bradford now takes the lead over Mike Hayes. So give the lead over to the number 60 in the Winn-Dixie car. Looks like David Bradford has that long range setup, or that long run setup in that number 60. And see, everybody's still right there. Got about 2 or 3 little groupings going on right now. But right now, David Bradford's trying to step away from it all and get as far as he can get away from the 99 and the rest of these guys. Oh, now we got a battle for 4th place. Dale Brooks and DJ Honeycutt door to door. Got a big shout out to all the drivers. Dale Brooks Sr. says good luck to all the drivers today. Definitely want to have y'all come home or get these cars home in one piece and put some exciting racing out here for everybody. Big shout out to Ron Harrington for laughing at my little inside global joke. You see DJ Honeycutt not making it easy for Dale Brooks to get that position, but Dale Brooks gets it nonetheless. And Dale Brooks, a man on the move, up 6 spots, currently tied for the biggest mover with Austin McGill back there in the 11th spot. Right now, Dale Brooks setting his sights on Cody Harger. Caution is out, and I do believe it is for, it should be for our comp caution. I do believe it is for the comp caution. I did not get any indication that anybody crashed, so there you go. So at the first competition caution, David Bradford, your leader. Mike Hayes second, third Cody Hager. Want to welcome everybody in on the YouTube and Twitch. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting Global Racing Esports Network, and thank you for supporting Global Racing, the Xfinity Series. Under our first caution for the day, definitely was a scheduled caution. We can give these guys a chance to work on their cars a little bit. If they don't like them, do a little bit of changes here and there. As you see, David Bradford's already caught the pace car there. Mike Hayes, Cody Hager, your top three. Our pole setter, Stephen Hayes, all the way back to the 10th spot. So he definitely wants to make some changes on that number 13. Probably got tight a little quicker than he would like to have. I'm sorry, might as well put a bow on my tongue tonight. It's just tied. So as we see, all the cars are going to come down pit road. Let's see, 60 leads them down. Now, Mike Hayes had a pretty fast car in the beginning. Was able to scoot his way past or away from all these guys while he had the lead. But that number 60 car had that long run setup. You see Stephen Hayes coming into his pits now. Everybody getting right sides and left side tires. You see who's going to win the 60's going to, looks like 60's going to win 99 third or second. DJ Honeycutt gets the third position away from Cody Hager. Dale Brooks jumps up to fourth. David Hosey jumps up to fifth. Cody Hager falling all the way back to sixth. Bobby Hamilton seventh. William Brown eighth. Jason Schilling ninth. Austin McGill 10th. Michael Thorpe 11th. 12th is going to go to Jeffrey Weimer. Well, I'm hoping so. We'll look at it at the line. But we do know David Bradford's definitely going to win the race off of pit road. He's going to be your leader again after the pit stops on caution. All right. Well, we'll see the pace car lights are out, so these guys are going to go back to racing this time by. Nobody was a lap down, so nobody had to get a lucky dog, which is always good. These guys are out here racing, so a lot of guys probably making some changes on their cars. All right, we're going to do a little on this restart. We're going to do a little crank it up. All right, little restart, crank it up for you. Back here looking at Cody Hager. Ooh, good racing by Austin McGill getting on that top side of the 51. DJ Honeycutt taking over the second spot away from Mike Hayes. David Halsey, Dale Brooks fighting for that fourth spot. With Austin McGill right there in the mix as well. See 25 of Bobby Hamilton Jr. getting on the low side of the 34 of Michael Thorpe Jr. Unable to make the pass. Tucks right back in, try to get that draft. A lot of battling going on back here. Up front, David Bradford setting the pace right now. There's DJ Honeycutt and Mike Hayes tries to stay up with them. Oh, got some action going on back here. Bobby Hamilton. See Jeffrey Weimer. Ooh, got up a little high on Cody Hager. Cody Hager gets pushed into the wall. Cody Hager was probably a bit of damage on that right side. Falls all the way back to the 17th spot behind EJ Luna. that action was taking place. Mike Hayes regained second place away from DJ Honeycutt. Now tries to set his sights and catch back up to David Bradford. Let's go back here and look at Bud in that 32, following David Holsey right now, falling back to 5th place. Michael Thorpe Jr. right behind Bud. Michael Thorpe trying to look on the top side. Nope. Dale Brooks getting position back away from Dave Holsey. Now, Dale Brooks and David Holsey, those are teammates right now, so they should be working together to try to catch back up to this field. But they're having a little too much fun back there racing with each other. See Michael Thorpe coming into the picture as well. Got a message to everyone from Ronald Holmes. Says, good luck, everyone. No change back up front. David Bradford continues to lead. Mike Hayes and DJ Honeycutt, your first, second, and third guys. Dale Brooks now being shown in 4th place after he made the pass on the 57 of David Halsey. Michael Thorpe made his way up to 6th place. Now Michael Thorpe is so far tied for the biggest mover with 9 spots. Bobby Hamilton right there in 7th, just cruising around. As you see, David Halsey, Michael Thorpe, and Bobby Hamilton Jr. sitting here battling for what is 5th, 6th, and 7th. Top 3 guys gotten spread out from each other. He's got about a 0.7 of a second gap between them. Dale Brooks about a second behind DJ Honeycutt in that 4th place. Let's go back here and see how the newlyweds doing back here. Jeffrey Weimer just getting married over the weekend to long-term girlfriend, fiance Danielle Thompson. Now, I guess Danielle Weimer. So definitely congratulations to Jeff and condolences to Danny. You got Jason Schilling right there behind him. Dirty South Motorsports owner Ricky Hudgens back here in the 11th spot. Back up front, or back towards the middle, Bobby Hamilton and Michael Thorpe Jr. fighting for that 6th spot. Give it to Bobby Hamilton at the line. Bobby Hamilton now looks at David Holsey for the 5th spot. Dale Brooks looks like he's catching the back end of DJ Honeycutt's number 15. So give Dale credit for having a long run setup as well. No change up front between 1st and 2nd. Gap still about 0.8 of a second. But these guys have pulled away from the 3rd place of DJ Honeycutt and the 4th place of Dale Brooks. Ricky Hudgens with a big move back up to 10th place. Looks like Bobby Hamilton on the move. He just passes David Halsey for the 5th spot. At the line, let's see who's the quickest at the line. Last time by, it looks like out of the top 5, the fastest guy out there is Mike Hayes. A half a tenth of a second. Now Mike Hayes and David Bradford having the same lap speed last time by. So some good racing, some good speed still going on after 15 laps. I want to welcome everybody in Global Racing Esports Network. I'm your host, Mike Lester. We're watching some good racing here at Pocono Speedway with the Global Racing Xfinity Series, guys. David Bradford, your current leader, got a 7/10 second on Mike Hayes. Mike Hayes is making that gap go away. You see Michael Thorpe back here putting the moves on Dave Halsey. Little slide job. Tyler Honeycutt saying hoping for a Honeycutt win. He's got 2 options out there. Got the DJ Honeycutt who's sitting in 3rd place right now, and you got that number 12 option, the senior of the 2, a little bit more of a long shot, sitting there back in the 15th spot. Anything could happen, as we've seen on Sunday. Working on 31 laps. You see Stephen Hayes back here, and he just continues to race a ill handling car. We're back up front. Mike Hayes continues to try to put pressure on the 60 of David Bradford. That is a long front stretch right there. I mean, kind of reminds me of the front stretches on the iRacing Speedway. Just really long. Get a little bit of spaced out there between 1st and 2nd now. Back up to 7/10 of a gap between him and Mike Hayes. DJ Honeycutt 2.5 seconds behind the leader, now being under pressure from Dale Brooks, aka Bud. Just keep it right here for a couple minutes. This is where the closest racing is in the top 10, it looks like. Got Austin McGill back here fighting with Jeffrey Weimer and Ricky Hudgens. Jason Schilling right there in the 11th spot, staying in the mix as well as he looks on the low side of Ricky. 3 wide going into the tunnel turn. Turn 1. Jason Schilling and Dale or Ricky Hudgens. Dale Brooks still looking at the backside of DJ Honeycutt, trying to get in that third spot. Dale Brooks getting a good run there, but just following in the 15 tracks. Back in here is about a gaggle of about 5 cars. Ricky Hudgens and Jeff Weimer battling for that 9th and 10th spot. Austin McGill right in front of them in the 8th spot. They make contact. Ricky Hudgens gets into the quarter panel of the 73. He's able to make the pass. Jeffrey Weimer now driving like he wants to get back up there. Put a little fire in him. He's now being passed by the 95 of Jason Schilling. And don't look now, but William Brown right back there trying to get that position as well from him. Look, side by side for 8th and 9th and 10th and 11th. Now bring up the 12th place of William Brown into the picture. Steve Gerber right behind them too. So some good racing going on back here in the back of the pack here. 3 wide again. See Richardson's getting around Austin McGill. I can't tell, but it looked like a little bit of lag going on, or not lag, but what's that when they call it when 2 people? Net code, sorry. It looked like a little net code going on there between the 73 and the 1 of Austin McGill. Austin McGill paying the price. Back up front, David Bradford now putting Mike Hayes on notice for about a second, almost 2 seconds now. DJ Honeycutt catching the back of Michael Hayes' 99 car along with Dale Brooks in tow. So David Bradford in his Xfinity Series debut, putting on a really good show for TCB Motorsports, grabbing the lead and not letting it go. So it's been over 20 laps since these guys have pitted last. So I think another 10 to 15 laps, these guys will start coming down the pit lane. I guarantee a bunch of them want to come down right now. Their fuel mileage is just not allowing them to do that. They have 4 sets of. They started with 4 sets of tires in the pits. So they have enough tires But these guys are going to try to do it with the least amount of pit stops as they possibly can. Just about to hit the halfway point in the race. Other than the competition caution, we have not seen the yellow flag out again. A couple of close calls with Jeff Weimer, as well as Cody Hager. Cody Hager is definitely wanting to see a caution. He needs to get in there and get that car fixed. But being a big trooper and staying out there, says a lot for the driver. We're watching William Brown try to track down Ricky Hudgens for that 8th place. Jeffrey Weimer settled into the top 10. Still going to try to battle Jason Schilling, try to keep Jason Schilling behind him. Two separate lines being ran there between Jason Schilling and Jeff Weimer. Jason Schilling definitely getting the advantage there, but Jeff Weimer is going to get the run back off the corner and get the run going in to turns 3 there. Sorry, that'd be the tunnel turn there, turn 2. Jeff Weimer gets the lead back again. Now here comes Gerb looking on the inside of the 95 into turn 3. 95 gets the advantage coming out of the turn, coming down to the start-finish line. Back up towards the front, DJ Honeycutt has caught Mike Hayes for that 2nd spot and is putting the pressure. Dale Brooks falling off just a little bit. While we watch this battle for the 2nd spot, Donnie Honeycutt looking on the inside of the 99. Who's Dale Brooks gonna go with? Or is he gonna try to make it 3 wide? And he does make it 3 wide for 2nd place. Dale Brooks trying to get both positions at one time, was able to get one position away from DJ Honeycutt. Mike Hayes continuing to hold 2nd place as DJ Honeycutt now looks. I think Dale got up into the wall a little bit there. DJ Honeycutt now pressuring him. Looks like Mike Hayes comes down to try to give DJ some drafting help. Dale Brooks now looking on the inside of Mike Hayes, coming through the turns 3. Coming down the start-finish line, give the advantage to Dale Brooks. Nope, sorry, give the advantage to Mike Hayes. Nope. Okay, now they're back and forth, back and forth. Looks like Dale Brooks is going to get maybe it off turn one. He gets up there and slides up there in front of Mike Hayes. Takes over second place, and here comes DJ Honeycutt. Oh, I think Mike Hayes made contact with the wall. A little further back in the pack, EJ Luna passing Jason Schilling. Jason Schilling falling back to the 13th position. Definitely some good, exciting racing going on here tonight, all across the track. See Bobby Hamilton sitting there in 5th place. Michael Thorpe Jr., our points leader, coming in tonight's race, back here in 6th place. David Holsey up one position to 7th, as well as William Brown here in 8th place. Ricky Hudgens sitting there in 9th, and Jeffrey Weimer rounding out our top 10. Everybody still on the lead lap, including Cody Hager, who had the little contact with, I do believe it was, I don't want to make it, I can't remember who it was. I don't want to get it wrong. So had some altercation, little contact with another driver and got up into the wall. But he's still on the lead lap. Cody Hager, or sorry, not Cody Hager, but his teammate David Bradford in TCB up front. You see the big lead that he has on the 32 of Dale Brooks, with DJ Honeycutt right there behind him. Last time by, Dale Brooks, or sorry, DJ Honeycutt was the fastest with a 56.06. Dale Brooks with a 56.09. Both of them quicker than our leader, David Bradford, but David Bradford has such a big lead that the 0.2 seconds is going to take forever to go away. And sooner or later, these guys will be coming in and making some green flag pit stops. Looks like we have some green flag pit stops starting now. William Brown saying, okay, I could probably make it the rest of the way on fuel. I'm coming to get it. As well as Stephen Hayes in the 13. Looks like Stephen Hayes has some damage on that right side, and that could be the reason why he has an ill handling race car right now. So these first two guys coming down pit road. Dale Brooks, he's going to come down pit road. Now, when the second place guy comes down pit road, that kind of pushes the leader's hand. He doesn't want to stay out there on older tires when Dale Brooks has them fresh 4 coming around the track. So you should see David Bradford come down within the next lap or two. Jason Schilling coming down for his pit stop. See Dale Brooks now leaving pit road. '60 comes here, and here comes the '60. Oh, I think he got it down. Comes in pretty hot. Let's see if he gets it down. Mike Hayes comes down with a '60 as well. David Bradford, and now gives up the lead to DJ Honeycutt and Bobby Hamilton Jr. Michael Thorpe showing in third place. Michael Thorpe's one of those guys who just loves to stay out as long as he possibly can. See if that's going to work. It's worked out for him in the past. We'll see if it works out for him again. David Bradford now coming off of pit road. Mike Hayes still sitting down there. Now Mike Hayes gets his pit stop complete, and he comes back on the track, as well as Ricky Hudgens back here. Steve Gerber and EJ Luna. Jeff Weimer, who pitted earlier, is going to get the advantage over Ricky Hudgens. Bobby Hamilton and Michael Thorpe, Donnie Honeycutt now coming down pit road, as well as Austin McGill. I'm not sure if this is a good decision for DJ Honeycutt and Dave Halsey for staying out this long. I mean, David Bradford had already had such a big lead going into the pit. Going into the pit stops. That these guys staying out just causes them to have a bigger lead when it's all said and done. DJ Honeycutt stays out one more time, as well as, I don't know, see if Dave Halsey comes in. Nope, Dave Halsey decided he's going to stay out as well. Cody Hager, he's coming around turn 3. Let's see if he comes in. He does not. He's going to stay out. David Bradford with a 5-second lead over Dale Brooks. Almost gets up into that wall coming out of that tunnel turn. DJ Honeycutt now decides to come down to the pit road for his scheduled service. Sorry about that. David Halsey's going to take over and lead a lap. Cody Hager comes in for his pit stop. David Bradford has already passed DJ Honeycutt, who was sitting in third position, and now DJ Honeycutt has fallen and getting back onto the road, back on the track, and has fallen to 4th place. Well, it should be 3rd place after all said and done. Here comes Dave Halsey. Dave Halsey coming down pit road for his stop. And that should cycle us back out to David Bradford taking over the lead with a 5.5-second lead over Dale Brooks. Now, I can't say that David Bradford can put it in cruise control and just coast the rest of this race, but he definitely does not have to push the envelope as much as, say, a Dale Brooks or a DJ Honeycutt to try to make something out of this race. Dale Brooks sitting there in second place. He can either do two things. He can do the same thing David Bradford is going to be doing, just trying to take it easy, trying to save as much tires as he possibly can, or he can push it and try to get back up there with Dave Bradford and use up his tires, because he's got almost a 6-second gap over DJ Honeycutt. .26 laps to go. David Bradford continues to lead. Dale Brooks and DJ Honeycutt. Let's go through the field, starting with Mike Hayes. Led some laps earlier in the race. Had some incidents getting up into the wall. Changed the feel of that car dramatically. He is now sitting there in fourth place. Chasing him is the 27 of William Brown. Back there in fifth place. Second behind that is Bobby Hamilton Jr., new team owner for TCV Motorsports. Congratulations to Bobby Hamilton stepping up and getting his own team. I did one race for Lazy Lizard. I said, man, I don't know. I just got to fire you. It's just not working out. You know, you're too big of a name for Lazy Lizard. So he decided to go and get himself his own team. And that's what we're seeing today. Behind him is Michael Thorpe, our points leader, back here in seventh place, trying to protect the 80-point lead he has coming into this race. Ricky Hudgens back here in eighth place, about 3 seconds behind Michael Thorpe, about 20 seconds behind our leader, David Bradford. Jeffrey Weimer here in ninth place. Believe it or not, one of the better runs for Jeff Weimer this season. Has had very bad luck when it comes to the Xfinity cars and race in general. He does have that torn right shoulder, I believe, out. He's got to have surgery done on it. So looks, hopefully he has a successful surgery done on it and gets back 100%. I can see him back in his old form again. Jeff Weimer right now having a good run in that ninth position. 10th is going to go to Jason Schilling, driving that 95 Global Racing Esports Network car, sitting there battling with the 73 of Jeff Weimer. Behind them is the 8 car of Steve Gerber. He's up 5 spots from his starting point, sitting there in 11th spot. Right there behind him is EJ Luna in the 24 Pepsi car. Don't Panic. He is in the 12th spot. Donnie Honeycutt sitting there resting up in the 13th spot. Just going around the track trying to stay on the lead lap. Austin McGill up 3 spots to 14th. Seen him earlier in the race up to 3 spots, or up in the top 5, top 3 positions. He's falling back to the 14th. David Halsey, talked about him earlier in the show. Different pit strategy from everybody else has made him fall back to the 15th spot. And Cody Hager, a lap down, 1 lap down, sitting there in 16th. Stephen Hayes, who is off the track, probably in bed by now, is back there in 17th. Pole sitter. Our pole sitter is going to end up being our 17th position guy. David Bradford leading this race. 5.6 second lead over Dale Brooks. So everything has pretty much spaced themselves out considerably. I mean, there's really, let me see, the closest race right now is right here between William Brown and Bobby Hamilton Jr. And I don't know if we have any William Brown fans out there tonight or Bobby Hamilton fans out tonight, but this is where the racing is right here. Right behind these two guys is Michael Thorpe Jr. sitting there in 7th place. Hasn't had too much of any flashing going on tonight, but he has picked up 8 spots, tying him with Dale Brooks for the biggest mover. William Brown now starting to lose ground to Bobby Hamilton Jr. Bobby Hamilton Jr., he's trying to chase down the 4th place of Mike Hayes. "20 laps to go. No cautions besides the one caution that was a competition caution to speak of." Let's see if we can find some kind of racing going on right now. EJ Luna back here with Donnie Honeycutt. Not much of a race, but here we go. EJ Luna, Steve Gerber, and Jeff Weimer back here battling for 10th, 11th, and 12th. Steve Gerber looks on the inside of Jeff Weimer. Jeff Weimer gets... Oh, Jeff Weimer goes up and hits the wall. And then Jeff Weimer hits the wall hard and comes down pit road. Man, he was having a good run sitting there in 10th place. That was definitely a hard hit for the 73 car. "18 laps to go." EJ Luna now putting the pressure on Steve Gerber. EJ Luna trying to get that 10th spot away from Steve Gerber. Coming out of turn 1. Gets the spot, but Steve Gerber trying to look on the inside. See Jeff Weimer coming back off of pit road. See Dale Brooks still sitting in that 2nd position. Now 6.5 seconds behind David Bradford, not Dale Bradford, I apologize. DJ Honeycutt. DJ Honeycutt has worked his way up to 3.5 second gap between Dale Brooks. Don't know if he has enough time to make that go away, but he's definitely doing as best as he possibly can to shrink that gap between himself and Dale Brooks. 16 laps to go at the line. It's going to be 15. David Bradford continuing to lead. Jeffrey Weimer trying to get the best finish he possibly can. Try to get get that lap back, maybe. 15 laps to go. Caution was to come out. Jeffrey Weimer would be the lucky dog. Trying to stay in front of Austin McGill. Austin McGill in that number 1 car, just the tire. I don't know if it's the Tire Pros or the setup. He's just not looking like he's having any fun out there tonight. The man who is having fun, David Bradford, leading 80% of this race. Continues just to make some laps and build up time to against Dale Brooks and DJ Honeycutt. Again, DJ Honeycutt continues to gain ground on the 32 of Dale Brooks. Just don't think he has enough time to get up there and catch him and then pass him. 13 laps to go. Now under 3 seconds, the gap between third place DJ Honeycutt and second place Dale Brooks. Mike Hayes and Bobby Hamilton Jr. battling for the 4th spot. Bobby Hamilton takes it away from Mike Hayes. Michael Thorpe now up to 6th place, catching William Brown and passing William Brown. So a little bit of battling going on back here with 13 laps to go. William Brown going back and looking on the inside. Still there. Coming through turns 3. Michael Thorpe crowded him down there. But William Brown's no pushover. He's going to stay right there. Going through the tunnel turn one. Good side-by-side battling between the 27 of William Brown, 34 of Michael Thorpe. William Brown tucks in behind the 34 of Michael Thorpe. Two and a half seconds now separates Dale Brooks and DJ Honeycutt. Look, DJ Honeycutt getting some draft from Austin McGill. Oh, with 10 laps to go, Braves winning 4-3 against the Philadelphia Phillies. There's your second place runner currently, Dale Brooks. With 10 laps to go, just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Global Racing Esports Network supporting the channel. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And you know what? Throw me a like if you want to. You know, be nice. You know, I'm a single father. Need all the likes I can possibly get. 9 laps to go. David Bradford continuing to lead. Looks like Jeff Weimer right there behind him. And see if he can try to get his lap back. Does have some fresh tires. Back here a little bit further back in the 6th place, Michael Thorpe. Now pulling away from William Brown. Looks like Bobby Hamilton Jr. is going to sit there in 4th place. Good race for his inaugural team ownership there. Showcasing Pocono. He's got to be real happy he's running 4th, but got to be really happy that his guy he brought in, David Bradford, up front, leading the race. Dale Brooks being passed by Austin McGill, who seems to have fresher tires. Seven laps to go. The gap between DJ Honeycutt and Dale Brooks is now under 2 seconds, 1.8 seconds. As now Dale Brooks is going to get a little bit of a whiff of that draft from the number 1. Still, I mean, unless something crazy happens right now, I still don't think DJ Honeycutt has enough to catch Dale Brooks. Six laps to go. David Bradford, 7.5 second lead over Dale Brooks. DJ Honeycutt, 9.5 seconds behind David Bradford. Bobby Hamilton Jr. sitting there in 4th. Mike Hayes in 5th. Michael Thorpe in 6th, trying to see if he can hunt down the 99 of Mike Hayes. William Brown sitting there in 7th. 8th is going to go to Ricky Hudgens. Sorry, not go to him. Currently sitting in 8th is Ricky Hudgens. EJ Luna 9th, and Jason Schilling going to round out the top 10. Still have 13 cars on the lead lap. With 5 laps to go. Gap between Dale Brooks and DJ Honeycutt is plateaued at about 1.8 seconds. So I think DJ's tires are used up. So if Dale can keep it straight and keep it going as the pace he's going now, well, I say that now, but now the gap is down to 1.6. Dale might have made a mistake right there. All right, so out there in YouTube, man, what do y'all think about the new team, TCB Motorsports, coming on board, dominating the race so far with 4 laps to go? As long as he can keep himself out of trouble, will bring home the first win for TCB in his debut race and the debut race of the team. So lots to talk about here at Pocono Raceway today. With 4 laps to go, DJ Honeycutt still trying to chase down Dale Brooks. Has gotten within 1.4 seconds of him. Just I don't think he has what it takes, or not. I just don't think he has enough time to do what it takes to get there. Now, yesterday's race here, people started running out of fuel roughly around the 2 laps to go. I do not believe that that's going to happen here tonight. Two to go. David Bradford. Next flag he sees is going to be the white flag. Then he gets to see the checkered flag. Really good racing from these guys. No cautions due to accidents. A couple of close calls, a couple of touchings, but everybody did a great job keeping off of each other, keeping their cars straight. David Bradford being the class of the field tonight. Taking over around lap 13, lap 12. And the only time he gave it up is when he came down pit road for the one and only green flag. White flag in the air. Final lap. 3 more turns, and David Bradford's going to be your Pocono winner. Looks like Dale Brooks going to have enough to hold on to that second spot. DJ Honeycutt trying to save a 3rd place finish. Got a good 8.5 seconds gap between him and Bobby Hamilton. Come around turn 2, 60, David Bradford. Coming to the start-finish line. David Bradford is going to be your winner tonight. Dale Brooks going to come home second. As long as Austin McGill doesn't crash him. Third's going to go to DJ Honeycutt. Coming to the start-finish line now. 4th place, Bobby Hamilton. Mike Hayes takes 5th. Michael Thorpe is going to get 6th. 7th is going to go to William Brown. 8th is going to be Ricky Hudgens. EJ Luna is going to come home 9th. 10th is going to be Steve Gerber. Steve Gerber and Jason Schilling is going to take 11th. 12th is going to be Donnie Honeycutt. The last car on the lead lap is going to be David Halsey, as he takes an immediate left after passing the start-finish line. saying he's tired. He does not like this car. And there's your winner for tonight's race. All right. There you go. Burn him down. You deserve it. Number 60, David Bradford gets the big win tonight. All right, so let's bring up the race results. Race results for the night is David Bradford in first place, getting the big win for TCB. Dale Brooks second, DJ Honeycutt third, fourth is going to go to Bobby Hamilton, fifth is Mike Hayes, sixth is Michael Thorpe Jr., seventh is going to go to William Brown, eighth is Ricky Hudgens, ninth is EJ Luna. Steve Gerber is going to round out the top 10, 11th is going to go to Jason Schilling, 12th is Donnie Honeycutt, Dave Halsey's 13th, Jeffrey Weimer 14th, Austin McGill 15th, Cody Harger is 16th, and Stephen Hayes is going to finish us out in 17th position. And that's your results for the race here at Pocono Raceway with the Xfinity guys. So let's go on and catch some of these guys and see if we can get some interviews. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. We're going to look for DJ Honeycutt. Let's found him. Let's move him up here. The boardroom had a really good car, had a really fast car, was able to come home third place. A lot of good battling going on there. DJ Honeycutt, Mike Lester in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Mike.
Man, you guys put on another good show for us, man. Great to have all this good racing. Y'all went 80 laps. The only caution you had was our competition caution, man. Give us a little bit of information, like what was going on the track. How was it from your vantage point?
It was a lot different than the trucks yesterday. We had a lot less downforce, so we were slipping and sliding every corner. Really just having to wheel these things. That's just the way these Xfinity cars are. But yeah, we had a good race. I think maybe fell back to fifth or sixth at one point, but that was about as far as I went back. And had a pretty good long run car. I was really good into one. I could really get it down to the bottom and make up some time. But yeah, the other guys, the turn two was just still get me. But I got a little bit better over the course of the run, and I could help save my tires a little bit. But yeah, overall it was a great race. Me and Dale Brooks and Mike Hayes had a really good battle there for second for a while. That was a lot of fun. But other than that, it was just a good clean race, and can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. That was between the three of y'all. At one time, y'all were three wide going for second place, but it was very exciting. Probably the most excitement we had during the whole race. Had some good battling going on the whole race. Good points day for you coming home in third place. Let me see. Next week, we're going to go to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, which is another one of those awkward ovals, as I like to call them. It's more of a square or a rectangle, however you want to look at it. What are you thinking about your chances over there in Indianapolis?
Well, I still feel like I got a good hold on tire wear management, so that track's going to be all about that. So if I can just keep my nose clean and manage my tires and just run my race, I think I'll do pretty well.
All right, man. Well, before we let you go celebrate your third place finish, who we can give a shout out tonight to?
Shout out all my family at home watching, and shout out to you for broadcasting. I appreciate it. And you always put on a good show. And shout out to my Hypershift motorsports teams and trucks. Thanks everybody for racing today. Had a lot of fun.
All right, there you go. There's DJ Honeycutt, your third place finisher tonight, man. Congratulations once again, man. We look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
All right, we're going to send him back up to general. Now we're going to go down here and pull up the runner-up position. Guy who had a really fast car, started all the way in the back. One of the biggest movers in the race today. I think he moved up 9 spots at the end of the race, was tied for the biggest mover. Dale Brooks, Mike Lester in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, Mike, I got you.
Man, what a great race! You, Mike Hayes, and uh, DJ Honeycutt. Y'all wasn't racing for the lead, but y'all had the most exciting racing going on in the track at one time. Y'all went 3 wide going for the lead. You were trying to get 2 spots at one time. You were able to get one and eventually get the other one, man. Walk us through. How was the racing out there today?
It was good racing, Mike. I didn't have a lot of time this week. I had a lot of family events going on, but so I didn't even work on a qualifying setup. That's probably the biggest reason I started in the back. But I did work on the race setup a little bit, so I knew it was going to be decent. But racing with DJ and Michael Hayes was awesome. We gave each other room. I think we raced each other respectfully, and it was fun racing them.
It was definitely exciting to watch. I can imagine how it was fun down there. Going through the field like you did, walk us through that. Was it how was you scared? Was you didn't know what other people were going to do, man? Take us around a couple of laps in a race with you.
I don't think so, Mike. Everyone in here is a pretty good driver. It wasn't about really being nervous around the guys. Just passing here is just so difficult, and we're pretty close on speed. Everyone in this league, so making a pass on someone, you had to set them up and set them up and set them up, and then get a good run to try to make a pass. But it was fun driving up through the field. Was definitely fun.
Well, after having a second place here at Pocono, we go to another kind of tricky track, as I like to call. We're going to Indianapolis Motor Speedway next week. How are you liking it over there?
It's a fun track. I like that track as well. It's kind of a lot like this one. You got to drive, you got to brake a little bit, so you got to get a good drive off. So I think it's a fun track. I think you see some really good racing over there. A lot of drafting and definitely taking care of tires.
Yeah, tire management is definitely the key on most tracks, especially the non-super speedway tracks. Taking care of your tires is definitely the key. So before we let you go back to celebrate your second place finish, who can we shout out tonight?
Well, Mike, I'd like to give a shout out to you for broadcasting the league. Big shout out to Blazing Fools, Chuck Cobb, the owner. He couldn't make it tonight, but he came in there, helped the team out, spot, and all that. David Halsey, Jeff Weimer, and then just everyone in the league that helps put this together. I appreciate them. And as usual, Mike, this week's a little bit different. My parents are here watching me race in the house, so they're here for my daughter's big 15th birthday party we had. So thanks to them. Thanks to my brother, my sister.
I wasn't invited.
Yeah, it was just family. It was just family. But big shout out to them. They always support me, and I appreciate them. And yeah, that's about it, Mike.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. Y'all did a very good job racing out there. No cautions besides our competition caution. You can't ask for much better than that.
Yeah, no, the racing was clean. It's a little bit easier to do that at Pocono because tend to get spread out, but it wasn't easy to drive the car. So big kudos to all the drivers that kept the car going in the right direction for sure. Not an easy feat to run 80 laps without a caution besides the competition caution.
There you go. All right, well, congratulations on your second place finish, man. Always happy to have you up here in the booth talking to you at the end of the race. It seems like we do that a lot. You can kind of dominate over here in Xfinity Series. Gain some points on Michael Thorpe, so definitely look forward to seeing the outcome once we update the scoring. But, man, congratulations once again, and look forward to talking to you next week at Indianapolis.
All right, Mike, I appreciate you too. Have a great night.
All right.
And congrats.
Oh. Hold on, we'll bring him back. All right, so go ahead and finish what you were saying before I threw you out of here.
No, you're good. Just I want to give a big congratulations to David Bradford. I think he's new in the league. I think he's also racing with Bobby Hamilton, and just what a hell of a drive from him tonight. He was definitely the class of the field and just big congratulations to him and also DJ Honeycutt for the third place finish.
All right. Well, we appreciate that, and another congratulations to your teammate there, Jeff Weimer, for getting married, and we'll give that shout out as well.
I appreciate it, Mike.
All right. Now I'm gonna send you back to General for real. Now, congratulations.
Gotcha.
All right, it was Dale Brooks, runner-up position. But now we're going to talk to the man of the hour. We're going to talk to the man that stunk up the field, like just destroyed everything in his way. David Bradford, Mike Lesher in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Man, you took over the lead around lap 13, and you never looked back, man. Congratulations on the win. Congratulations on getting the win for the new team, TCB. Man, congratulations on getting a win on your debut, man. Congratulations, man. Walk us through what was going through your mind as you're going around. I mean, you were up front the whole time. You had nothing but clear field, clear view, the whole race. Tell us how the racing was out there.
It's actually a pretty good racing. It was, started off those first 13 laps, like you were saying, just kind of settled into third, and I think the leader tagged the wall right off the get-go, off turn one. It must have been a couple of laps in, and I was able to follow the second place guy through after a couple of laps, and car was just really good on the long run. It was, there was probably some better than me on the short run, so I was really hoping to not see a caution at the end of that race, but on the long run, the thing was really good, and just trying to keep it on the edge the whole time was the tricky part. When you got a good car at Pocono, it's never, a sit back and drive. If you're ever just sitting back and driving and everything's going good, then you're probably not loose enough.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. I have a love-hate relationship with Pocono. Sometimes I come to it, I'm really good, and I can get some wins under my belt, and then sometimes I'm just garbage at it.
Yeah, it was a weird track to bring to our first race for sure. We worked really hard at it this week because I don't think any of us were really happy with the way it drove, and just 3 different corners. How do you set up for all 3? And we just kind of picked one corner really to be good at, and that was turn 3. And I think that was really the big deciding factor there. Was if you're good in 3, you're pretty decent in 2, and you give up a little bit in 1. But I saw Dale coming at the end of that second stage there, and I knew I had to turn the car back loose again, so I took about a half round out of the right rear and added some tape, and it turned it back free again, and away it went.
Well, whatever you did, you definitely did the right moves because, you at the end, you were 11 seconds ahead of the second place of Dale Brooks, sorry. Not Dale Bradford. I keep on getting you two mixed up. DBs, 2 DBs, okay? But, man, what a great race for your Xfinity debut, man. That's got to make you happy right there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And hopefully, we'll keep working on it and hopefully get my teammates back up here. I know Cody was really looking forward tonight. He was actually better than me in practice in the practice rooms we were at. So, it sucks he had that hard luck there and got into the fence. I think he would have been a real player tonight. And Bobby, he was pretty miserable with it all week. So for him to come home 4th with it, it's a big attaboy for him.
There you go. All right, man. Well, we're going to Indianapolis next week. How are you liking it over there?
I usually have pretty good luck at Indy. We'll see. It's tricky. It's kind of like this place. It's almost like it's got 4 different corners on it. So we'll have to get it turning really good in one corner and just try to make up for it in the other corners, I guess.
All right, man. Well, who can we give a shout out to tonight before I let you go?
The whole TCB team. I mean, we put in some hours this week on this thing. Just kind of tossed the truck stuff to the side and decided we were going to make this our big effort here was on the nationwide stuff. And it's really paying off with the speed of the 60 car. And I'm telling you, the 51 car, he's going to be one to factor with too. I'm telling you, he was really fast in practice. Just got to put the whole race together, and Bobby, he's getting there. Will wasn't here tonight. He had some business to take care of, but hopefully we'll go to Indy and get those guys' cars driving a little bit better for them.
All right. Well, there you go. TCB, the big shout out, man. Congratulations once again on a race dominated. Like I said, 90% of the race, you were out front and never looked back, man. So whenever you do that, it's big congratulations are in order, man. And we look forward to seeing you next week. And we'll send you back down to General so you can get all your kudos in.
Appreciate it, man.
All right. There you go. That is your winner tonight. David Bradford from TCB. First time racing with the team. First time in the Xfinity Series here at Global. But man, great race, and glad that all y'all tuned in to watch us. Thank you for supporting Global Racing Esports Network. Thank you for supporting the Global Racing League. Thursday, I don't remember where we're going to be at, but we're going to be right back here on Thursday with the ARCA Series. And then Sunday, we'll be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway with the trucks. And right back here on Monday with the Xfinity Series at Indianapolis. For Global Racing Esports Network, I'm Mike Lester. Good night.